We arrived in Vietnam at 2 a.m. and we had to wake up really early at the same time because we wanted to see as much as we can. We only have a limited time staying here in Vietnam. So we stayed in a hostel and it's called Hotel. The staff were very nice and the place was really clean. Now half the time we were in Saigon, we were counting money because their money is just way too high. Like 1,000 dong is equivalent to 2 pesos and that's crazy. Now when traveling, I always make sure to just keep walking because by walking in an unknown place, we discover unknown places that are new to us. This coconut cost us 200 pesos. There are so many scammers in Vietnam, so be careful. I will not deny the fact that we were scammed a lot on our first day, but on our second day, everyone we met were just so nice and sweet to us. For our first stop, we went to the Remnants Museum where you can see the happening during the American War here in Vietnam and how Saigon became Ho Chi Minh. I traveled with 2 of my friends. For our next stop, we went to Notre Cathedral, and for those of you who doesn't know, Vietnam was once a French colony, thus it has many of its miniature architecture. For the next stop, we went to Saigon Central Post Office, which was designed by Gustave Eiffel, the one and only designer of Eiffel Tower. And when you come inside here, the amount of tourists are just crazy. 80% are probably Westerner people, and it's just crazy the amount of tourists Saigon has. One of my friends who is British is actually traveling with me. She used to live in UK earlier this year and she sent me a postcard. And my mom told me how lucky I am because I have a friend who sent me a postcard. So I decided to send her one as well. The Filipino in me was so giddy seeing a Jollibee in Vietnam. I've never seen this much motorcycles in my life. In Japan, when you go to the crossing lane, to the Shibuya crossing lane, you see a massive amount of people crossing. Here, you see a massive amount of motorcycle, and I've never seen this much in my life. When traveling, I always make sure to go to inner alleys because sometimes you find out that they have some great restaurants or cafes on those alleys. It's not a complete Saigon trip if you didn't try their motorbikes. So we tried renting the Saigon on motorbike where they toured us around the city on District 1, 2, and 4 if I'm not mistaken. They took us to this Saigon floating market which was closed at that time, which is really sad. But nonetheless, it was a fun trip. You got to meet some locals. They're a bunch of college students and their English isn't bad at all. You can actually understand them compared to other people around. They were really nice and they told us some tips after they left. And it wasn't an expensive tour actually, with free food and all that. It was good. The main reason why I decided to travel to Vietnam was to eat their food. I'm a huge on veggies, so I knew that I would love their food. I had my very first pho in Vietnam, which is authentic. I had banh mi and egg coffee and some I don't even know how to pronounce. This was unique. It's my first time eating something that kind of food. And the pho, oh my god, I can't even explain how good the pho is, and I'm so happy that I got to try my very first pho and it's authentic. I'm not huge on coffee. I'm more of a tea person, but hey. And it's probably not obvious, but I'm a huge anime and manga junkie, and this place was heaven for me and my British friend Jessica because oh my god, do you see the amount of mangas they have on that place? So that's that for our trip. I'm very grateful to these people we met. It was a rough few hours. For the first few hours it was very rough, but for the last few moments we had on Vietnam, we met so many amazing people. Vietnam is definitely the most daring place I've ever been to. It's both scary and really fun. And that's that. Thank you for watching. Click for more.